Shehbaz Sharif is elected the Prime Minister of Pakistan today. Pakistan Muslim League Nawaz, PMLN, and the Pakistan People's Party, PPP, received 201 votes, and PTI-backed candidate Omar Ayub got 92. So to understand Pakistan's politics better, we are now joined by TCA Raghavan. He is former Indian High Commissioner to Pakistan. Welcome, sir, to News Hour. Shehbaz Sharif has been elected Pakistan's Prime Minister for a second time. So what are the political skills that he brings to his obviously very difficult second term in your view?
Well, he is, first of all, he has a great deal of administrative experience because he has been Chief Minister of Punjab, which is Pakistan's largest province. Secondly, he has a strong position within the ruling party because he is the brother of former Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif. And because former Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif chose not to become Prime Minister this time, he is becoming Prime Minister the second time around after the premature termination of the tenure of former Prime Minister Imran Khan. So yes, he has certain administrative and political experience which will come in handy to him. He's also regarded as having good relations with Pakistan's military establishment.
I was about to ask you this. What role is the military establishment going to play in Shehbaz Sharif's continuance as Prime Minister of Pakistan, and how adequately do you see him handling this relationship with the military's top brass?
Well, I don't think the problem is going to be his relationship with the military top brass. The problem is that the present architecture of which he is going to be the head has largely been assembled by the military establishment. And the real challenge and question mark which he will face is the question of its credibility and of the mandate it has, because there are many question marks about the electoral process by which this coalition came to power. There are even bigger question marks about the extent to which state machinery was used against Imran Khan and his party. And all of that has damaged the credibility, not just of the current ruling coalition, which is the PMLN and the PPP, but also has dented the image of the Pakistan military. So those are the real challenges he is going to face, that how firm and how strong will this coalition government be? Because as your report said, Pakistan, the range of problems and the portfolio of problems which it faces are very formidable, beginning with the economy, but there are other problems, including a very serious national security problem in the form of terrorism and an inability to enforce the writ of the state in many parts of Pakistan.
So, yes, after being elected, Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif today promised to deal with the country's economic woes, and one major challenge, as you mentioned, is the external debt situation. How worrisome is that? What is the way out? How do you see it?
Well, the most intractable issue is the new government will face is the economy, and there are no easy solutions. You see, they have had to go return to the IMF for a bridging program, for an external stabilization program, because they face a huge magnitude of debt repayments, which has in the past led to tremendous pressure on the Pakistan rupee, and as your report said, spiraling inflation. The real problem is structural. Pakistan, first of all, spends much more than it earns as revenue. Secondly, its imports are far in excess of its exports. And most of all, it lacks a conducive domestic atmosphere in which industry and the economy can grow.
Okay, Mr. Raghavan, how do you see the prospects of Omar Ayub? Is he a force to reckon with in the absence of Imran Khan being jailed?
Well, he is a front for Imran Khan. He himself is not a force to reckon with, although he comes from a prominent family of Pakistan. But he is a front for Imran Khan. And what these elections have demonstrated, that Imran Khan certainly has an independent political position and an independent political status in Pakistan. The fact that so many of his candidates, of his party members, could win as independent candidates, notwithstanding the numerous pressures and the different allegations of rigging which are there, really suggests that the earlier reports that Imran Khan had a certain charismatic appeal, those reports are not exaggerated. So the political problem represented by Imran Khan is a major one for the new coalition. How long can a government keep a major popular leader in jail? Certainly, the fact that they have almost 100 members in the National Assembly means that this will also be under Omar a very vocal and articulate opposition, which will add to the government's day-to-day problems.
Sir, tell us, where does all this leave Imran Khan and his party at this juncture? How do you see Imran Khan's political future ahead?
Well, he himself is in jail. Many of his party members are still in jail. But he has demonstrated that he has a large measure of popular and public support. So I think with that, certainly his mindset will be that he is riding a wave. He is on a high. And while temporarily it may appear that the stakes are weighted against him, I would think that he would assume that as time progresses and as the economic issues continue to weigh on popular consciousness, his chances of making a comeback will increase.
So how stable, sir, do you expect Shehbaz Sharif's second term as Prime Minister to be?
Well, as I said, this new architecture will certainly have the support of the Pakistan military establishment. And that is always a factor in the stability of a government. But at the same time, there are problems within the coalition, and the bigger issue is of the question of credibility and of the mandate, and to what extent the coalition will be able to face up to that domestic credibility issue will really be a major issue. The general expectation in Pakistan, and there's nothing fixed about this, but the general expectation is that this government is going to be a shaky coalition and it's not going to have a very bright future, even in the medium term.
We leave it here. Thank you very much, Mr. Raghavan, for joining us in the bulletin. We appreciate you joining us.